how are you guys doing today? Welcome to another episode of Fridays Are For Friends. I'm here with an amazing artist, Jai'Len Josey. Can you walk us through the inspiration behind Won't Force You?
Yes, I can. The inspiration behind Won't Force You is truthfully just like a liberating day. I was like, you know what? This dude I'm messing with is just not doing it for me anymore. And I feel like I'm showing up way more than he is. And this conversation never happened. But if I were to have had that conversation with him, I definitely would have told him that I am not going to force you anymore to love me in the way that I want you to love me. And I am not in the business of filling up other folks' cups if they ain't finna fill up mine.
I feel that.
So that's exactly where it came from.
Yeah. And talking about the things you love, I bet you love to do the Broadway musical of SpongeBob.
Yeah.
And having that musical theater background, how did that influence you or shape your writing style when it comes to storytelling?
I believe Broadway shaped my writing style because you have to know how to read. You have to know how to read sheet music.
Mhm.
You have to know how to read sheet music. I feel like because there's just such an so many opportunities for different worlds to to portray when you're reading a script, all of that. I feel like that just segues down into writing for me, especially when you get into the aspect of having to perform it. You have to captivate, you have to be able to grab somebody's attention vocally and acting wise. So I do believe that Broadway has impacted the way that I write music and the way that I perform, just in the fact of, I was taught that the audience member is first, and, you know, giving them a show is exactly what they are going to get.
Yeah, and they get that unique voice and unique sound from that. And
Right.
so, like, how did you discover that style or your style, and how has it evolved over time?
Trial and error. I feel like I've had a couple L's when it comes to fashion, to songwriting. You listen back to old songs and you're like, well, that wasn't good. Or like you'll look back at old photos and be like, dang, like I actually should have posted that one. Like I looked good in that one, but I second guessed myself. And I feel like that's also an L, not trusting yourself. So, you know, trial and error is exactly how I, made my style, be my style.
Yeah, and you have an upcoming project that's coming out soon. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yes, I can. It's entitled Serial Romantic. Yes.
Okay, and why that title?
Well, um, a lot of people may think that being a serial romantic means that you're out here just lollygagging with whoever is there to give, but no, I believe the word means the continuous cycle of giving your heart and not truly receiving what you are supposed to receive, and then at the end giving it back to yourself.
Mhm.
I like to think of that photo, that Frida Kahlo photo where she's like, well, it's the painting where she's like sitting in the chair, is both of her, and like it's her heart and the other Frida's heart, and they're like connected in the middle. So that's how I feel a serial romantic truly is, like, just the essence of giving your love back into yourself.
Yeah, and it seems like there's a unified message in a lot of what you talk about, which is like kind of protecting your peace in a way. I guess, how do you protect your peace and your art in a world and an era where everything feels like it's so demanding, especially when it comes to artists and creatives?
How do I protect my peace? I play Sims. There's just not going to be a weekend where I don't take out the time to just turn my brain off and play Sims. That's the only, I mean, besides that and like walking my dog. Honestly, this industry is so tumultuous, and I feel like being a part of it and giving yourself 100% is the price that you have to pay to be a part of it. You got to do content. You got to write 3 and 4 or 5 songs every week. You got to it's just a lot of stuff that is on the back of artists that I feel like the one thing that I want to like turn my brain off for has to be something dumb. I mean, I love Sims. Sims
Yeah.
is not dumb. Sims is not dumb. But I just got to turn my brain off and play some games.
Yeah, I feel that. And what's one moment in your career when you realized I'm really doing this?
Mm. Well, earlier this year, I performed for Stevie Wonder. I sang for him, and I swear he saw me. Gave me a hug, said I smelled good, said that I sounded wonderful. That was probably the aha moment for me right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's amazing. And if you could star in any movie, musical,
Mhm.
past or present, what would it be?
I had to think about this one.
Okay.
Past or present, it probably would be The Wiz
Wow. Okay.
or Grease.
Okay. Why?
Which one?
Greece.
Because on the plane, that's the only movie I watch. It is my go-to movie. It is like my comfort movie. And I know the songs by heart. That and The Wiz. Like I know the songs by heart. You know, you want to go toe for toe, you want to battle. I'm your girl. Yeah, either Grease or The Wiz.
I love that. And in the next 5 years, where do you see yourself career-wise and personally?
Career wise, I'm just look, I'll use this as my manifestation. I see myself on grand stages, giving my heart and performing for folks on a bigger scale than what I'm doing right now. I see myself um, with songs that everybody knows. I see myself um, I guess now this is the personal. I see myself with a Bronco. I really want a Bronco. Maybe upgrading my Jeep. What else is another personal thing that I would have wanted to happen within 5 years? Um, oh yeah, I would have wanted. I want to take care of my mom by then. I want her to be. I want her to be good. But you know, not to dive into that. More so, just my music being everywhere and people understanding. Me being able to platform myself by year 5.
Yeah, I have no doubt that that's going to happen for you. I'm
Thank you.
excited for you.
Thank you.
And I want people to find out where your music is and where they can learn more about you. So if you can let the audience know, yeah, where they can find you.
Yes, so again, my name is Jai'Len Josey. You can follow me on all social media platforms and all music platforms. If you just type in my name, that's Jai apostrophe capital LenJosey. If you really want to get to know me, all you got to do is find me there.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for being here and being on
Thank
the
you so
show.
much for the
Of
opportunity.
course. And thank you so much to the audience for tuning in to another episode of Fridays Are for Friends. Peace.